What do you learn in Dar Lab? The world news. Application for good business. Online pharmacy. Tech control. Service for parking search. The Kazakhstan news. I want to be an excellent data science specialist. I see myself as a first-rate specialist in software engineering. I want to know everything about the back end. Ashat Timir Kairat Tokpayev and Sattar Salambayev study in the specialty of information systems in one of the technical universities of the country. According to them, to develop skills in the field of programming, theory is not enough. IT needs to be accompanied by the practice. Therefore, when the Kazakhstani IT company Dar launched the laboratory with the same name, these guys were among the first participants. Now the third month has gone by as I passed the practice. I mastered all the basic algorithms, basic distributions of all algorithms, and work with data. Learned how to use it, how to clean it. All skills that concern data science I've acquired here. Data science and machine learning are related scientific and technical directions, which are based on the study of artificial intelligence and data analysis problems. It is in these areas that there is a shortage of domestic specialists. We set tasks before ourselves so that students are trained in advanced technologies. Just at the moment, we are faced with a problem that the best students leave abroad. In this regard, we are trying to keep them offering just the same technology and modern technology so that they learn this from us without going abroad. The first stream of Dar Lab trainees included 20 people. They studied in two ways. The first was an internship which involved working on the company's services. Here the trainees succeeded in several directions. Among them, advisory systems for streaming services and e-commerce sites, and technology for collecting information on social networks. Students come to us with a certain amount of knowledge. We pre-select them, conduct a major event at KB2U. We act as sponsors, and already prepared people came to us. They, at least, already knew the programming language necessary in order to conduct data analysis. Each mentor of the laboratory builds the teaching methodology individually, based on the trainee's preferences. For example, if a student wants to develop in the field of mobile application development, then he will be taught the languages of Swift and Java. Mostly students code on Python. It is very common, that is, any developer is familiar with it. But not every developer in real life applies this language when working with data, and we are giving this opportunity to our students. The second module of training includes incubation or acceleration of interesting IT projects. As part of this direction, the laboratory mentors help students develop and launch their own startups. We want to not only help to conduct some trainings, we also want to finance children, and for that potential and promising projects to succeed and explode in the market. Today, this company is working on a new service. Its work is based on data science and machine learning. Therefore, all participants in the laboratory have a good opportunity to tighten their knowledge in these areas and at the same time become real startups who created an innovative product from scratch. SoundCloud asked investors for $169 million for urgent rescue of the company. The problems of the music portal became known as early as in the beginning of 2017. The management of the service warned shareholders that additional investments are needed for the further operation of the startup. Later, there were rumors of unsuccessful attempts to sell the company, and in July it became known that to achieve profitability, the startup would cut 40% of its staff. If the shareholders agree on the allocation of funds, the transaction will be closed in the coming months. Facebook, bypassing the ban in China, launched its own application for sharing photos, colorful balloons. The service was created in May this year by a Chinese company, which made it possible to hide its connection with the social network. However, the appearance and functionality of the application is very similar to Facebook Moments. Representatives of the American corporation have long been interested in the Chinese market and spent a lot of time to understand and learn this country from different angles. And this interest is quite logical. In the Middle Kingdom, there are more than 700 million users of this social network. Kindness in a few clicks. For the Aldo-Bergina family, these are not just words, but a call to action. Oljaz and Aliya are programmers by education. Their talent and university knowledge they used in charity, developing a platform for good deeds, Jumi. The first mobile application where a person can write and explain his difficult situation so that people can help him.
Так, вот это приложение Joly, заходим. Так вот выглядит общий интерфейс.
Thus, the service plays the role of a bridge that connects the needy and those that can help them. There is no collection of funds. This is the main difference from foreign analogs of the portal. The functionality of the application is as simple and intuitive as possible for every user. There are only two buttons here: I want to help and I need help.
Если вы хотите дать объявление, нужно просто нажать на кнопочку. Далее мы здесь...
If you want to ask for help, you just need to click on the next button. Here we add a description. What kind of categories, service or children's things will it be? Then we add conditions: I need help or I want to help. Describe your situation, add a photo, and send it for processing.
Описываем свое положение, добавляем фотографию и отправляем в обработку.
After registration, the user has his own personal account. Here he can set up notifications, do advanced search by location, add requests to favorites, and write messages. In addition, the profile can track the entire history of responses to requests for help.
Какой-нибудь пользователь узнал, что это фейковое объявление.
If any user has found out that this is a fake request, you can simply leave a complaint about this user, and then it's already processed. That is, by the moderator himself, and this user can be blocked.
Модератором, то есть этого пользователя можно заблокировать.
The developers of the service are sure that there are a lot of kind people in Kazakhstan who are ready to help. However, at the same time, you still need to find your target audience.
Мы хотим сузить аудиторию.
We want to narrow the audience to parents who have children from 0 to 3 years old. This age for parents is the most difficult. They have a lot of questions: how to feed children, how to educate, and there are many of such issues.
Как кормить детей, как, получается, воспитывать. И таких вопросов много.
Today, the application is free and runs on the Android and iOS operating system platform. All projects here are systemized, which facilitates the search for necessary information. In the future, the family of Alda Bergenovs plans on the basis of this application to make a profile online store. This will allow you to monetize the project and expand the audience of its active users to 10,000 people. It would seem that it's not difficult to buy medicines in the cities of Kazakhstan. A pharmacy, and not one, is available for every Kazakhstani in walking distance. But nevertheless, online pharmacies are becoming more popular. The reason for this phenomenon are many, and if you formulate them briefly, the most suitable word will be convenient.
Нет необходимости стоять в очередях. Это существенная экономия времени.
There's no need to stand in lines. This is a significant time saving. On our website, every drug has a description, pictures, and our final consumer buys exactly what he needs. There is still a possibility that after the queue, often there are no drugs that are needed.
Есть еще вероятность того, что в офлайн-аптеках, отстояв в очереди, зачастую не бывает того или иного препарата, который необходим.
103apteka.kz, one of the first domestic platforms where you can buy medicines online. The project was launched in 2016. Since then, on a monthly basis, an average of 83,000 visits from 5,000 unique users are recorded on the site. For them, about 25,000 medicines are available, including drugs, dietary supplements, and medical products of the mother and baby categories. By the way, it's not a secret that many medications can be sold only by prescription. Therefore, the question immediately arises: how to remotely purchase medicines that are included in a special list of medicines. If the person is far from the place where there are many pharmacies, he can photograph the prescription of the doctor and send it to us through WhatsApp. Medications from the list of A and B were released strictly according to the prescription. If a person is in Almaty, he accordingly comes to our pharmacy, leaves a prescription, and takes drugs. A distinctive feature of this service is a polyfunctional search. It allows you to make a mistake in writing the drug and at the same time, regardless of spelling errors, and find it in the database. In the very near future, we plan to launch a loyalty system in our pharmacy. Each buyer from each purchase will be able to accumulate bonuses, which he will then be able to spend on future purchases in our store. In addition, bonuses will be charged for certain tasks or for attracting friends and relatives to the online pharmacy.
На сегодняшний день проект выходит на самоокупаемость, но
To date, the project is self-sustaining. We do not get a big profit because we're laying the minimum margin for medicines. We now want to improve our services in terms of delivery.
То есть мы сейчас хотим улучшать свои сервисы по части доставки.
Increase the capitalization in this company plan, including through the advertising of medical products and the expansion of the range of online pharmacies. According to the developers, by the end of 2017, the content base of the service will be significantly enlarged by the goods of the category sports and fitness. Startup dictionary. Launch. In English, this word means as to start something. It is about the official launch of sales of a new product. As a rule, this is accompanied by an active marketing campaign to inform customers about the main properties, characteristics, and values of the trademark. Example of use: it was loved from the first launch. Hanat Nurikenov, General Director of FinTech Company. More than 15 years of work experience in IT sectors. Specialization, development of the software, mobile payments, review for the startup. Parking.kz. Parking.kz is a mobile application for parking search in the cities of Kazakhstan.
Вопрос очень актуальный.
The issue is very urgent, especially in our city, I think, and in the capital of the state. It is also relevant. The mobile application is developed or will be developed in a trend direction. Question: how convenient will it be for drivers to use it? I'm talking about usability. This is the first thing that struck me as soon as I heard about it. Imagine a person is traveling and he should, while driving up to some place, he should refocus his attention to the smartphone. Suppose that the phone will be in front of his eyes, but nevertheless, you need to get something in it or look at it and do it in real time. The developer mentions the Google Map, that the service will be integrated with Google Maps. It is a common knowledge that the update of this particular map in our region is enough to say so-so, not as fast as we would like it to be. Accordingly, how topographic relevance will be determined is also not clear. Even with the example of our city, we see that the location of parking spaces is changing quite quickly. Parking is still a spontaneous solution as far as I understand it. It's not about parking lots, but about free parking. Then, if a person is driving and on the run is looking for a parking spot, and even getting the information visually about free parking, it will be difficult to navigate. Do the guys plan to use RFID tags? How convenient is it for cars? How often will it correctly notify drivers? How quickly? After all, there are other means of technical communication and warning. As far as I understand, this application works in online mode. Accordingly, when the car left and parking was freed, this information is already updated on the server and the user receives information on his application that the parking is free. Most likely, there will be a device connected via SIM card or Wi-Fi on parking places. It seems to me that technically this is a fully realizable solution. There is nothing complicated in this. The question arises only in the efficiency of data transmission and in the usability of the application itself, which will be used by drivers. There is a basic technical problem where the issue of the startup is a quick response to drivers and of course usability. Second, I said that in principle it would be very difficult for drivers to use. Parking spaces are filled up quickly because you know in advance where it is. I would have removed the subscription if I were in the developer's shoes. This should be a free application, and you need to implement monetization at the expense of contextual advertising and similar things. To start-uppers, I would advise to think about a quick response. How it will be achieved, I do not know. It is necessary to conduct some kind of analysis and still think about the clarity of free parking places. Till now, many enterprises of sphere of services keep the account on paper and records are carried out by phone. With such a system, customer data is easily confused. In addition, it is difficult to track regular guests and offer them special conditions. The Kazakhstan platform, Easy Booking, solves these problems without the participation of people. It automatically saves the data of all customers who have ever used the services of a particular company. This makes the research of actions aimed at a particular audience much easier. They say that the best advertising is the recommendation of friends or famous personalities. Taking this rule as a basis, startuppers from Astana developed the AdBird platform. This is a virtual resource where famous personalities tell about their favorite products and services on their pages in social networks and earn money from it. You'll learn more about this and about the service of easy booking in our next program.